Jesus. My bad, Clyde. Okay, it's awesome, man. Whatever. Hey everybody, Roger here. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I want to talk to you guys today about the recent Candace Owens versus T.I. scenario. Basically, there was about a little over an hour and 20-minute venue where T.I., Candace Owens, and about 4 other people attended. It was like this black conference for black people and advancement and like seeing how they can come together and just discuss differences in ideologies and whatnot regarding the black community. Well, one of the biggest things that made the headlines about this was when Candace Owens was asked a question from T.I. about, hey, you always preach this mantra, Trump's mantra, make America great again. When has it ever been good again for blacks? Well, I think right before that, Candace said, I'd be rocking the make Black America great again, which again, identity politics. Why do people have to add these unnecessary words in words that don't even need to be there? I mean, Black America, white America, Mexican America, whatever, Hispanic America. Why don't we just say America? Make again. Trump had the slogan right, make America great again. Anyways, so she said she would rock this make Black America great again hat, and I'm like, oh brother, here we go again with the pandering. Doesn't ever stop with this woman. But I watched a couple of commentary videos in regards to this, Anthony Brian Logan and this one guy I've never watched before, but they're basically both saying, oh, everybody was cheering T.I. on because, he put Candace down, and he made her look like a fool. And Anthony Brian Logan went on ahead and said, hey, she wasn't given the time of day. He kept talking over her. Even other people were coming in. The moderator was coming in and ruining, the way that she was going to say what she wanted to say, etc., 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 giving her excuse after excuse after excuse. There's always excuses for this woman, from the bad choice of words regarding Hitler over in the TP UK, whatever, and it's coming down to the point where everybody has to guard her about everything that she says every now and again, and it's getting to the point where it's, if she can't hold up on her own, you guys should not be able to try to defend what she's trying to say. And even throughout this thing, when there was this big guy, I don't know what his name is, like Big Jackson or something like that, a guy in a big red shirt or whatever, he's a huge guy. Anyways, he had a lot of really good points to say, because I watched this whole thing. I don't know who this guy is, never heard of him, but what he was saying, he kept preaching some things as well, and Candace was like, that's what I was going to say, that's what I was going to say, that's what I was going to say.
I'll tell you when America was great. 7 years after the ending of the Civil War.
Exactly what
Hold, Candace, because you didn't give the comment, so you weren't prepared for that one.
And I'm like, you know what? There was a period of about maybe 3 minutes, or maybe 2-3 minutes, but it was long, where Candace just kept saying nonsense. She kept saying nonsense. So T.I. did give her the time to speak. He did give her an opportunity to say what she was trying to say. She never put it out there. And so, for people like Anthony Brian Logan to come around and say, oh, she wasn't even given the time of day. Yes, she was. I watched this whole thing. She was given ample time to explain herself, and she couldn't.
How is it that you can support yourself? That you can support and align with a constituency that will not denounce white supremacy? So that means your son or daughter, or any of your brothers or any of your family members, if they are caught out there by a policeman who is in a covert, undercover white supremacist and get gunned down, this constituency will have absolutely nothing to say about it.
Please let me answer this question. Please let me answer this question.
And we can't, and although what you're saying is a lot of the things that you're saying are absolutely factual, a lot of the things that you're saying have merit, but I can't even get to that before I address the disregard for young black lives.
I love it.
You will not speak up on it at all.
Love this question. I will address it.
All of the things that you spoke on, from opportunity zones.
I love that we're talking about white supremacy. I'll answer the question.
I say, excuse me. I didn't interrupt you. If I may.
So this is your hero. What you have to do is defend her like you did with all the other stupid nonsense that she says, with all of her doxing website information, with everything that she does. She always has to be defended whenever she's coming down, whenever she's hit, whenever somebody challenges her on something. Or in this case, I will admit, there was a small portion of time where T.I. just wouldn't shut the hell up and didn't give her a time. But before that, there was ample time for all this stuff, and she didn't take it. If this is the thing for her, then that's if this is the path that she chose, she should be able to take all the punches that come along with this. And T.I. gave her a punch; she couldn't walk over it. And all the people who support Candace are like, "Oh, this is so completely unfair. This is just, he just talked over her the whole time." No, I call bullshit, because after you guys didn't even watch it, I did.
Whatever.
Now here's the other thing. No, everybody's talking, or those people that I mentioned, the one guy I never saw a video of before, and Anthony Brian Logan, and a lot of other people in the comment section were all like, yeah, Candace didn't get a chance to speak. The guy was talking over her and stuff. You guys are hypocrites. You know why? Because do you guys remember the Rubin Report? The Rubin Report between Blair White and Candace Owens? Candace Owens did like 10 times worse what T.I. did to Candace. What Candace Owens did to Blair White, talking above her, yelling above her and everything, nobody could get a word across, because that woman just would not shut up. She did not want to be found out. She came out in punching. She's like, first of all, Blair, I'm not going to say that you're a woman because you're a man, and I don't want people to think that we're getting into a cat fight, yada yada yada. So she tried to amp up the argument there and try to get under Blair White's skin. I'm kind of a fan of Blair White, but not really. But watching this debate, the Rubin Report debate between Blair and Candace, it's like, no, Candace kept talking above Blair when Blair kept trying to bring up explanations about things. Anthony Brian Logan, you did not come out and say anything. Oh, you know what? Candace should have just they should have been back and forth nice, and nobody should have talked above each other. No, granted, Blair White did reciprocate. She was at that point where she was trying to talk above Candace as well at certain moments. But Candace ultimately started this.
You said that I made an autistic girl cry on YouTube. That girl has come out and said that she's not autistic.
You made a girl cry in a live stream with a bunch of like 5 YouTubers.
Why not?
You know that girl is a cry. Why use a girl that you made cry?
I didn't lie.
Candace also does this whenever she's a guest correspondent on some segments in Fox TV or CNN or whatever.
I believe in rational civil discourse in America, but I take a side morally and politically. We are now 53 years to the date.
For a quick second.
53 years, let me finish this. 53 years beyond the date of the voting. Let me finish this.
We'll go to the professor, and then we'll go back to you, Candace. Professor Dyson, you can finish, and then we'll go back to Candace.
Here we are, 53 years past the Voting Rights Act.
You are okay with this. You're okay with the resources of the Democrats.
I haven't said a word.
Don't cut me off.
I haven't said a word.
You just said a lot of words.
I didn't say a word. No. I said nothing about you.
Now you're cutting me off.
I said nothing about you.
No.
I find what happened to you.
I still have to keep it going. Candace, we're going to take a pause. Candace,
I didn't get to finish. You went on for 5 minutes straight. You are attacking your
argument. I'm going to let you finish, but if you're calling out the professor, I have to give him time. So Candace, go ahead.
Liberals have been attacking conservatives, and you guys say nothing about it. You know people under the hood of the KKK,
let me respond.
were
Candace,
Democrats, and the party never switched. And
Candace, I'm going to give the professor a chance to respond.
You should defend what happened to me yesterday and defend our community being attacked because we support Donald Trump, because we understand that we have better economic opportunities under him than we ever had in Obama. And shame on you for threatening in Obama.
Candace, I'm going to give the professor a chance to respond.
Under his administration, he allowed the bloodshed, and Trump wanted to send the National Guard, and the Democrats stopped him. I'm really done with this. I'm done with this
I don't want to
racist
have to
narrative.
talk over people, but we have to go back and forth. And Candace, we're going to have to take a pause there. Couple things. You're making a personal attack on the other guests, so I have to give them a chance to respond.
Let me respond. First of all,
I also have to say, and Professor, I'm going to go back to you. I also have to say the topic of this discussion that we have tried and perhaps are failing on live television to discuss is Trump policy. The incident that you're referring to yesterday is not necessarily this topic.
It's a Democrat policy.
And so we'd have to gather more information. So I'm going to go to the professor. Professor, you get a chance to respond, sir.
First of all, here's what's interesting to me. You have come on here and, like Donald Trump, reduce everything to narcissistic self-preoccupation and articulation of your. Let me finish. What you're saying here. So now, what happens to Black America happens to you. So Black people are reduced to what? Can you, Ari? Can I finish my point? I didn't jump on her. Can I finish my?
You know what, dude? No. if you really want to defend somebody like that, you know, who what is coming down to is this: everybody's treating her like a queen. Everybody's like, oh my God, you know, now she got blasted by T.I. No, we got to stand up for her. And do you not know what you're doing here? You're idolizing someone, which is, you might think that idolizing this person is going to be beneficial to your movement. I don't know. I don't think so. She is poison to this. She's at the, okay, look, I do support Trump, and there are a lot of things I don't like about him. There are a lot of things more that I do like about him. He's been the best president in my lifetime, but it doesn't mean that I can't criticize him for a lot of things. And, but when you have these extreme MAGA people over here who think Trump can do no wrong, it's like, no, people, you guys are ultimately wrong as well. Not only that, a lot of those people going on that side, again, just as grifty as these people on the extreme left are, these people on the MAGA right, who just constantly praise Trump and never question any of the bad things that he does, they're grifting as well. They are in it for the money. They're in it for the notoriety. They're in it for the fame. They are in it just to get the likes and whatever on Twitter and whatnot. And you guys fall for it. I don't understand it. But Candace got a taste of her own medicine on this one. You know, she and now all of her flock just come by and idolize her. You know, my queen. You know, my slay queen. You know, she got. T.I. didn't bring her down. She didn't have a chance to answer her question. Watch it. Watch that video. Watch that video. It's an hour and 20 minutes of your frickin' time. You can go ahead and make time for it. Look, even the right is bad at this. You know, the right is also guilty of this, where they only read headlines. You know, this isn't just a left thing. This is a left and right and all in between. There are a lot of people who only read headlines. I got caught one time about a month ago where I was wrong on something on Twitter. I can't remember what it was, but I only read the headline. God, I can't remember what it was. And I got owned. I'm like, well, you know, you can't nail them all. But at the same time, it's like, be humble about it. Don't have this ego about it. Candace has this ego. You guys are supporting this woman who has an ego, this woman who thinks it's all about her, this woman who knows that she has sheep following her. You guys are falling for the shit. You guys are falling for her. It's fine, whatever, if that's the route that you want to go. But you know what? It does damage the movement in the long run. You know, you might think, oh, you know, she's bringing all these people over. No, she's bringing blind sheep over. Some of them might not even vote. Who knows? You know, I don't know. But they're not thinking for themselves. We need free thinkers, regardless of like how many people are influencing whoever. Yes, it's of paramount importance to still keep Trump in office, at least from the selection that we have on the left. See, even what I'm saying is Clyde approved. So anyways, we got to make sure that people, we're not just having people side with the grifters that are going to be temporarily there. We need to make sure that we educate people, that not just educate, but we need to make sure that people educate themselves. You know, all we are just ambassadors for we could be right, we could be wrong. We're not perfect, and nobody is. Not even somebody like Candace or Charlie Kirk or any of the TPUSA weirdos. Nobody is perfect. But when you have people idolizing that shit, you don't let the individual think for themselves. You know, just look. You don't even have to take my word for anything. Just go out and promote your own. I mean, just go out and learn for yourself. You know, stop idolizing people. Stop thinking that this is your slay queen. Be your own slay queen or king or whatever, or Zay or whatever the freaking pronouns are. Be whatever you want to for yourself. Learn for yourself. Don't just assume that somebody's right all the time because you like them. I know a lot of the people that follow me, they know this. They know that I'm not ever right on everything. I'm just putting my nose out there just to give my opinion, and that's it. I'm wrong a lot of the times. But I think on a you know, I'm going to clap myself a little bit. I think in regards to like certain things regarding my background, like you know, the gay thing or the minority thing, I think I'm right for the most part. And I think I have a good amount of things to say in regards to that is going to be invaluable for a lot of people who want to counter the people who are against me, who are like me, other LGBTQ pi people and Hispanics who think opposite of what I do. But here's the other thing. Black America. I'm going to answer this question and it'll be quick. When was Black America great? Well, you know what? It was great when they had jobs, when there was 2 parents in the household. So we're looking at the late 60s, 70s, mid 80s, and then the illegals were granted amnesty. Not only that, this did kind of begin with the Hart-Celler Act, but I think it more so progressed after, I would say Carter, but I'm going to say actually Reagan, when he granted amnesty to 3 million plus illegal immigrants here.
I believe in the idea of amnesty for those who have put down roots and who have lived here, even though sometime back they may have entered illegally.
That is when Black America started suffering, because at that point we had cheap labor coming into America. We had Mexicans from Mexico and other illegals in other areas as well, not just Mexico, competing and getting the jobs that Black people or American Hispanics would be able to get, or any other person, even whites, white people who were poor or whatever. They were able to get jobs. And now everything is undercut. We have all of these illegals bringing the market down, bringing the going a living wage down. All for corporate interests. Politicians pander. They persuade the sheep idiots to vote for. Oh, we're going to grant illegals healthcare and everything, and who's all for that? We are. And then everybody just like the sheep, okay, it's awesome. It's ridiculous. So yeah, Black America at that time for Blacks was really good. You guys were owning houses. You guys didn't have to get subprime loans for your housing. You guys were working. Both parents were working. You had you didn't have, abortions was there, I think, for a little while, and so that's a whole other thing entirely. But Black women today are getting more abortions, and everybody says, oh, my body, my choice. But you know what? There's a man's sperm inside you already making that baby, so that's part him as well. I'm not. It's ridiculous that you would just think, oh, it's my body, my choice. Well, it's my body, my choice if I want to get vaccinated or not. I don't think the government should interfere with that. It's my body, my choice if I want to go out in public and protect myself, with my firearms and make sure that that I'm not going to be hurt. I am at least being proactive, whereas somebody who's having sex and wants to have an abortion isn't being proactive. They're making sure they could pull out at any time. I hate to make this a PG-13 rated type video at this point, but they could pull out. They're being irresponsible. Does their irresponsibility for their actions means that taxpayers like me have to pay for the abortions and stuff? No, they can go at the abortion if they want, or get the pill. Get the pill, and prevent that. Be proactive. Go get your pill if it's allowed in your state. If it's not, move somewhere else. You have free reign to do what you want and move wherever you want in America. And if you know that you can't get contraception in your state, move somewhere else. If you are that addicted to cock.
Everybody say so, just keep it going. Hey, spanking grit. Sausage. I'm a skinny bitch, but I take that. Sausage. Got a fat ass and I still take sausage. Don't fly out, but I still take sausage. Wake up in the morning and I eat that sausage. I'm 13, but I still take sausage. I'm a gay nigga, but I still take sausage. White girl swag, but I'm taking me a sausage. White anything, but I eat your man sausage. Sausage, sausage. Wake up in the morning and I eat my dad's sausage.
Then go ahead and move it to another state, and do that. But pay for it on your own dime. I'm not going to pay for it. I have my own things that I'm dealing with. Again, my body, my choice. That's what's missing right now is responsibility. America was great for Blacks before our government system decided that it didn't want to enforce our borders. Before the government decided that it was going to go and take money from lobbyists and make sure that we can bring in cheap labor into America for their needs and whatnot. America was great before we let all this corruption happen. America was great for everybody at that time, not just Blacks, but everybody. Now, we're getting what we deserve. If we voted people in that aren't going to be enforcing anything, then that's our fault. We now have the means, video, YouTube, online, whatever, to educate people or to at least be motivating people to vote correctly in their best interests, and make sure that they look at their candidates' voting records when they're at the ballot box or before then to make informed decisions. Otherwise, we're going to keep getting the same shit over and over and over and over again. Anyways, that's all I got to say for today. Like, hey, subscribe, share, don't share. I do love it all. Peace out.
I think that I'm Sleeping Beauty, because I'm pretty.
All of her flock just come by and idolize her, you know, my queen, you know, my slay queen.
You're still who has made me who I am.